Okay, so sports development continuum. What is it? The sports development continuum is a chart used by sports development officers. This is to assess where athletes are in their career. It has 4 stages: the foundation, the participation, the performance, and the elite. And I'm going to be talking about 3 sports that are actively involved in this sports development continuum, and that would be football, athletics, and rugby. Okay, so first up we are talking about football. So this will be playing for your after school primary team, so like Grange for me. Probably be training once a week, might even have a match a week if you're lucky. And these things are sort of funded by organisations like the Rising Stars, which may give like additional coaching or equipment to the schools. On a national side, it's part of the school curriculum, so it has to be taught. While on the participation phase on the local side, this is where you start to play for local teams. So for me that'd be Letchworth Eagles, training once a week, maybe playing once a week. A lot more effort is going into training at this stage. And on the national side, you'd be playing for a secondary school team, and this is also part of the secondary school curriculum. On the performance level on a local stage, this would be playing county level, so for Hertfordshire, playing consistently, training consistently. This is sort of the stage before you go pro. On the national side, this would be signing your first amateur contract, so academy level, and this would be playing for an academy like Watford. On a local side, this would be signing your first professional contract for a club like Arsenal, who's London side. And on the national side of this will be playing for England, and you'll be eligible for EIS funding once you do play for England, which is additional training, nutrition advice and physiotherapy. Rugby, so on the local side, on foundation, this will be playing for your primary school team. However, the rules will be a little bit bent, in the sense that it'll most likely be touch rugby. And again, it is also part of the school curriculum. On the local side, this will be playing for a local team like, on the participation side on local, this will be playing for a team like Hitchin. A lot more effort going into training. The rules do start to get similar to the big leagues. It's full 15 now, and there's a lot more contact. It's a lot more physical than the foundation stage. On the national side of it, again, it is a part of the secondary school curriculum, and there are also secondary school teams depending on your school. On performance, this again will be county level, so the rules are identical now to the big leagues, and it'll be training more than once a week, and probably most likely more than 1 game a week. On the national side, again, it'll be signing an amateur contract for an academy like Watford. Local, on the elite level, this will be signing your first professional contract for a club like Saracens. Again, the rules are identical to the ones you see on the big leagues. And from this stage you can gain things like sponsorships like Nike, Adidas. On the national side, again, you'll be playing for England, and again you will be eligible for EIS funding. Athletics. So on the foundation level, you'll be playing after school clubs, PE, sports day. Not much to do with athletics until you get higher up the chart. On the national side, again, it is part of the school curriculum. Participation, this will be playing for an athletics club, and be training on a regular basis. There is one in Hitchin, I believe, and athletics starts to get more introduced in this stage than on the foundation level. On the national side, again, it is part of the secondary school curriculum. Performance. So this will be county level. So representing Hertfordshire for cross country, something like that. And on the national side, this be starting to represent your city. So playing or representing London, Birmingham, somewhere like that. On elite, on the local side, this is where you start to have more Olympic trials. So a lot of training is going into this because, unlike football and rugby, where there's multiple clubs, the best you can get in athletics is representing Team GB. And on the national side of it, you will be representing Team GB, and again, you will be eligible for EIS funding. And the EIS funding is most commonly seen in athletes that are taking part in athletics. For example, Jessica Ennis. She took part in the London 2012 games. Okay, so the comparisons. Now, on the foundation level, football and rugby are more introduced. Whether this is because of the rising popularity of football and rugby over athletics. However, unlike rugby, football doesn't have its rules changed.